Hey everyone, today I'm going to be putting some stuff in front of this trail camera. I got some grapes here, and I believe I had some cold cuts. Right now I'm talking in front of the camera, not realizing this camera does not have a microphone. This model does not have one, but I put this camera out in the woods in very late April, and I just picked it up. Today is July 2nd, and you're going to get to see every animal walking by. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and put some cold cuts on the ground and some grapes. The cold cuts had been out of the refrigerator too long for comfort, and the grapes were starting to rot. So I'm just going to leave them here on the ground, and we're going to see what animal comes by. So I'm going to go ahead and continue narrating. We got some pretty cool animals. With the wind, it probably took thousands and thousands of videos of nothing. So I wasn't gonna go through like a couple days worth of footage. Definitely not. So I just went through the footage that had cool looking thumbnails of animals. And even all of that I didn't even use because it looks like the same moose, the same deer, a bunch of the same animals walk by this location every single day like clockwork. So most of it I cut out, but here's a few cool things that we're gonna see. And my camera, I guess, is camouflaged really good. You're going to see even a hunter's walked by it right towards it and didn't even glance at it once. There was probably a good dozen clips with the hunters, but I only kept one in here. You'll see that pretty soon. Wow, look at this. Early May. It's below freezing. Yep, this climate gets frost up until June 15th where this camera was left. And our first customer here, the crow. Looks like he's going to grab some of our cold cuts. Did he grab some? I don't know. The way a trail camera works is it'll make a certain video clip the size you want, then it shuts off. It might turn back on immediately, but myself, I learned the same animal will sit there in front of it for hours sometimes eating. So I put a delay before it turns back on, typically 20 seconds or more. And here we got turkeys. I don't think they're interested in anything we have. It's also been a couple of days, so likely the crows are the first ones to eat everything. But something's keeping them around. I'm just sitting in my car right now, deep in the wilderness, doing this voiceover. If you can hear, it's raining. Pretty nice day. Look at this. This is May on the screen. It says 66. It's basically the same temperature today in July. I'm so happy. Nice cold, rainy year, which is more typical for our climate. After years of heat, I'm so glad everything's recovering nice this year. So green. The moss is awesome looking. They're just pecking at the ground, maybe seeds. I don't know. I don't think they're eating anything I put there. It's been a couple of days. Don't think the other animals would have left it. What is this guy here? He's looking around, protecting the others in the flock. In this footage, you're going to see a lot of animals running, and I don't know why or what is scaring them. Maybe something driving by on the dirt road, which is a couple 100 feet away from this. What you're seeing now, this may have been a logging road, but it's being kept open by the influx of animals, and that's why I put the camera there. I could tell it's like a moose highway at night. Look at this. This turkey, I think, just saw the camera. He looked right at it. Now, what is this guy? Is this a little fox? That's what it looks like to me. Looks like we have a fox. Mm-hmm. I think he still smells the meat or something that's not there. Yep, he's hanging around a bit. There he goes. Is he going to come back into frame? We'll see. Oh, there he is one more time, running away. He's done. He can't find what he smells. Nope. So I thought I would do a quick voiceover on this video. I'm sitting in the woods right now. Oh, here comes a moose. Oh, yeah, so right now I'm sitting in the woods editing this together while I'm waiting for a pipe we just unclogged to drain back. I'm gonna go back there after I'm done with this in like an hour. That'll be fun. I love seeing moose. Look at this. This is like a moose highway. So awesome. The moose, I don't think this year, are going to Canada. The past couple of seasons, you see a lot of moose in the spring and a ton of them in the winter, but winter and fall, nothing. And I guess that's a good thing because the hunters definitely aren't getting many. That's hunting season in the fall. All the heat the past couple years has been driving them further north up into Canada. We haven't seen many that time of year. I think this year's a different story. It's been much colder. Colder than normal most days this summer so far. Raining almost every day, which the moose really like. And these guys are tall. Look at them just walking over that tree that I have trouble stepping over myself. Look at him just walking right over it like nothing. That's kind of cool to see. Yep, there they go. And like I said, I did cut out a bunch of moose footage because to me it appeared a lot of them are just coming by every single night. Now, what's in this clip? There's some reason I saved it. Oh, raccoons. That's what I believe that is. Raccoons on the right side of the screen. And it's drizzling that day. Oh, here comes the hunters walking around the tree. There was a bunch of clips of them going in, coming out a couple of times, the same guys. And I camouflaged good, and they're also definitely not looking for it. Not one of them glanced into the camera. Not at all. Wonder what those guys are hunting. Does anyone know what's in season in early May? It's not the moose. I don't think it's the deer. Don't know. Turkeys? Pheasants? Birds? I don't know. Here comes the moose again. Might be the same ones. I don't know. He's sniffing something. Maybe he smells those guys that were just there. I'm just carefully looking at the ground. Sometimes you can see mice or stuff. Oh, look at that. There's another one following. Yeah, I bet it's probably the same ones. Yeah. Yeah, so this is a trail camera that does not record sound. It works very good. I have probably, I think, 4 of them, and I'm only going to use them in the future, I think, unless I absolutely need them for time lapses, because they don't record sound. I didn't realize that upon purchase. And I haven't seen these models in like months. I'm not saying they don't sell them, they definitely do. I'm saying I haven't held them in months, and they were bigger than I remembered. They're like obsolete ones. They're very big. And I'm surprised no one saw them. I I don't know. I put one in right outside of a logging parking lot. I'm sure somebody saw it. And I'll never know because it was time lapsing, taking just one picture a day because I wanted a time lapse of the trees growing in. That was cool. I'll put a clip of that, I think, at the end of this video if I remember. And yeah, I would have no way because it only takes one picture a day. Who knows who could have went up to that? But it was in a very obvious spot. But people have respect around here. That's what it is. Never had a camera go missing, and I've seen people on the camera pointing at it and stuff, looking at it. Never once got tampered with. Never. I'm pretty smart about where I put them. If it has to be somewhere near people, I try to hide it pretty well or use a model that's the same exact color as whatever tree it might be. And we got a deer. There was a lot of deer in this camera, and I deleted most of them. It's the same thing, just walking by, not really doing anything special. But the moose are always welcome to see. Oh, this is a pretty warm day for May. It's 75 out. Here's another deer. I wish it would be that temperature tonight. Even though it's cool right now, it's not going to drop much tonight. Tonight it'll still be in the 60s for temperature, and I find that miserable when I'm car camping. I usually want it to be like 30 or 40s. That's my best nights of sleep, when it's cold enough that you can, bundle up. I hate when I'm sweating those nights you gotta turn the car on a few times. I've thought about getting a swamp cooler for the car, but some people told me it wouldn't work. What if I just had a Tupperware bin I filled up with ice every night? Would that work? I don't know. Because an actual car air conditioner that would run off auxiliary, they're expensive, about $1,200, and I'm not willing to make that investment yet. Because I don't have any places that I usually go to often that are very hot. At least not yet. Like this time of year, it'd be pretty miserable being in the south. Here comes the moose again. You see, I think it's the same pair every night. Yeah. Look how thick their hooves are. That's tall. Just like walking on stilts. Look at that. Just walked over the tree without any trouble. That's kind of cool. That's nice. I like seeing them walk over that tree. That tree is taller than you think. It is. Very tall tree. You know what? Before I go back, like I said, to go to that area and do an update on what we just unclogged, I might even go show you guys at the end of this video where this is. Like, the area. I think I'm gonna go do that. It's like 7 miles down the road where I just picked up this camera. I can be there in like 10 minutes. I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I think I will. This camera is using black flash, or some people call it purple flash. You can barely see it. If I am videotaping and I show you a camera at night, the camera can see it very well, but your eye cannot see this flash very well. Is that another fox or a... I don't know what that was. Seems pretty skinny and short. Maybe a fisher? I don't think so, though. I don't think I've ever seen a fisher in real life, but I know they're around. Deer again. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell compared to the deer. Look at the deer with that tree. It's almost to the top of them. Now you can see how tall a moose really is. Is it broken? No, he's climbing over it. No, that tree's not broken. I was about to say, is there a gap those moose were walking through? Look at this guy. Right up in front of the camera for a second. I actually got my pants drenched walking into here. The vegetation is so dense. You see, it's spring. It's the 24th of May right now on the timestamp. And you're going to see over the next month or so, everything's going to be bright green by the end of this video. That's kind of cool seeing it too. The season is changing in the 20 minutes you're watching this. That's nice. And is this the same moose family again? He just walks through that tree like a ghost. Can't even tell he's hesitating, lifting his legs. So is there another one, or are they a little separated, or is that a totally different moose? I can't tell these animals apart. Ah, the bear in the rainstorm. I had the bear last night going through the garbage again before I came out into the wilderness. I don't know why. There was nothing, literally nothing in there. He knocked over the trash can for nothing inside. Well, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put you guys here into my little tripod, and we're going to start moving down the road. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit as I drive. I'm not really going to watch this anymore. It's just kind of the same animals. There we go. And let's get on the road. Oh, look at that deer. He's running like crazy. I had to turn my air conditioning down. Had it blasting before because it was kind of hot. All right, let's get on the road for a little bit. It's barely raining anymore. Still might need the wipers a little bit. Roads are in better shape than I thought, but I bet from all this rain we're gonna see some major washouts in some upcoming videos. So tonight I'm on more outskirts of the wilderness. Tomorrow I'll go very deep. Tonight I'm gonna go to a 24-hour gas station and top off, because I'm gonna bring you guys later this week in some videos to parts of the wilderness you can't make it back out on a single gas tank, and that's the reason I put a second fuel tank on my truck. When I go to the gas station now, I can fill up with 55 gallons, and I still carry a couple gas cans when I'm deep out in the wilderness, especially because this is my first trip. I'm not sure how it'll go yet, but I think very deep wilderness trips, I will continue bringing all 8 of my gas cans alongside. But when I'm on the outskirts, it's just for peace of mind having a second gas tank. These roads are in awesome shape for the amount of rain. This is the main artery I'm driving down right now. It's actually 4th of July weekend, and there's barely anyone on the logging roads. A lot of people come out on logging roads to camp and go for recreation, but I'm glad there's no traffic. No one wants to go camping in the rain. I was actually going to camp this weekend, 4th of July weekend. I canceled it. Multiple reasons. Raining, humidity. I don't like camping in the summer in general. Bugs, bears, don't have to worry about any of that in the winter. Wow, look at that big moose on the screen. I just glanced down at the screen. Look at that. And it's starting to rain. It's picking up. We'll be back by the end of this video. I'll have to cut you guys short on this. Heading down the road. I think they graded this road. I haven't been on this in 3 months, and I don't think it could be this good for this amount of rain. Or it's just packed down like crazy. Maine has had so many washouts this year. All the rain every single day is making beavers very active, and it's pushing out roads everywhere left and right. Usually my work dries up in May or in July, and there's no sign of any of this slowing down. It's raining constantly. Yesterday, July 1st, was the only dry day we've had in like a month, and the foreseeable future is rain every day. Today is 90-something% chance of rain. The rest of the days of the week, we'll have a lot of dry moments. It's like 50, 60%. And sometimes on days like that, it doesn't even rain. When you have a weatherman tell you there's a 60% chance of it raining today, that does not mean it's going to rain 60% of the day. It means your area has a 60% chance of getting rain at all. So you might not even see it. Alright, we're going. This road is in awesome shape. Even dry years, I sometimes can't even go 50 on this road. It's incredible. This is dirt wilderness roads, and you can drive so fast on them. Sometimes people assume these roads are just terrible. Probably would have felt more terrible if I had my old car, but these roads are awesome, despite the rain. Little bridge, just slow it down a little bit. This road's pretty straight. You only got to really slow it down around blind corners because you don't know who could be there. And that's one of the reasons these roads, they're not that bad most of the time, you know. Oh wow, look at that big moose on the screen. Oh, I'm actually passing a vehicle. Pulling over a little bit, making room, and continuing. Just hit my roof antenna if you heard that little plunk. I have a clearance of like, I think like 10.8 or 10.10, something like that. Can't go to the McDonald's drive-thru with this vehicle unless I take that thing off. Can't go as fast anymore. This road's getting too tight. Can't tell what's around some of these corners, so for safety, we're not going more than 35 now. This pipe had a problem a while back. I might have to check this one out later this week. They got so many new logging roads that were just never there before. Wow, we're gonna have so many more roads to explore once they're done logging. Log every 40 years unless it's a thinning job. They'll keep coming in every decade or so. Yeah, now I can't go more than 30. This road's getting very twisty. It's still very smooth. Rain is picking up. Or maybe it's just I'm going faster, smashing it against the windshield like a bug. I love this rain. Drizzle all day. I hate dusty logging roads. It's not fun. Every time you open and slam your vehicle door, it gets in, gets all over your bed. I don't like it. Hey, Massachusetts plate. Driving right in the center of the road around a corner. Don't do that. And look at this, we're just about to our location I was going to show you. We got here fast. I've never had this road in this good a shape before. Yep, so I'm now going to put you guys in just a moment into the windshield and I'm going to show you where we actually are. Right here we're at a little logging camp. Back in between these big rigs and I'm gonna take you a little off the road too. Backing up next to all these big trucks. Alrighty. Doing good. Now I'm gonna show you exactly where this thing is, exactly where this camera was set up. All right, everyone, so here we are. This is where the camera was. Windshield's a little bit fogged. Let's put some air up there. All right, so we're here between these log trucks, pulling up here. Got a lot of debris in the road from the logging company. And you can see my tire marks. I just drove right in here earlier. This grass is very tall, over my waist. What did I just drive through? I think I just drove over some rocks. Felt like they were rolling. So right here, this may have been a logging road or something. I think it's just being kept open by animals. In here, a couple 100 feet, is where I left the camera. I'm not driving any further. I don't want to get all scratched up, but we're going to go on foot now for a few minutes. Yep, going on foot. Got my pants soaked earlier, but they already dried and they'll dry again before bed. So this is exactly where we were. This gets you all wet just going through these bushes. What do you guys think? This is probably a road, right? But it's being kept open by constant moose. See, it's only in here a few hundred feet or so, right? Not even. So that camera was right here. See these broken branches? I had it right on here, and there's a slug there too. Right here. There's that tree from the footage. Got some moose tracks. Maybe it crushed down or one of them stepped on it. Because you saw in the footage that deer here, that wasn't even a baby deer. It was like almost up to him. This is where the hunters went around. Yeah, this thing I think sank since we put it here. Heavy wear marks from animals and moose or whatever walking over it. But just wanted to show you where it was. And I gotta get out of here. These mosquitoes are attacking. They don't care that I got bug spray on. They'll land on you and bite you anyways. Maine has so many different types of mosquitoes. And these are aggressive compared to what I have in my area. Thanks for watching, everybody. And have a great day.